Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, over the last 15 years, we've tested 64 different trading courses and we have put the most powerful systems and trading techniques that we've discovered in this brand new trading course. And for a limited time, I'm giving away free access. So go to johnsfreegift.com. That's johnsfreegift.com or click on the very first link in the description to get free access to this brand new trading course right now. Alrighty traders, so I'm doing a quick little Bitcoin update for you guys, or little, yeah, I'm doing a little update for you guys. Let me just delete this off the screen here. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin right now. Let me just delete this here. So right now, what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin is we went through this period of sideways movement, not really much happening. Okay, so sideways, 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 and now we've broken down and now we're just going sideways again. So I'm looking at this right now, guys, and I'm seeing that we have on the daily chart, if I go to the weekly chart, okay, if I go to this weekly chart, we can see we're actually started to break down below these levels through here. So I'm trying to identify the next major support level would have to be, let me move this here. There's a bit of there's that support and resistance level going through there, which is where we're at right now, okay? We did have quite a fair bit, we had a lot of support and resistance going on through there. All right, with me so far? So this little resistance back here and the resistance back here, I'm trying to find these areas of the markets where it found the resistance. It came up, it's pulled back. I was expecting to see this thing shoot up, but it didn't. It broke down. Now we're going sideways right now. So the next major level of support is probably down here somewhere around probably around the 6,000 mark. Now, why are these lines important for me? Okay, why is that? Because if I go back to the daily chart now and I look at this, that tells me that if we start to get a breakdown from here, because we broke down from here already, now we're going sideways. Look at the moving averages, very nicely pointing down, right? This is the longer term, shorter term. We've got this small term moving average. It's very, very smooth, right? We're not getting very volatile. So if we get a breakdown bar, it could end up happening. We could end up going, this could actually, once again, we get a breakdown bar, then there could be a very, very short term flush down towards the 6,000 level really, really quickly. That's looking at Bitcoin here. So if you are trading Bitcoin right now, then just be prepared for that. And this just may be, guys, and if 6,000 doesn't hold, then the next major level, then the next support level is probably back down towards these 4,000 levels down here. So if you do hold, if you're one of these Bitcoiners, if you're one of these absolutely Bitcoin believers, then you may be in the world of a bit of hurt soon. If we continue down from here, or if we do continue to break down if we do get a breakdown from here, next level is 6,000. If 6,000 doesn't hold, then we're probably going to head back down all the way back down to 4,000 from there, from this move here. Only because, guys, we spent so much time going sideways here. All right, so we spent so much time going sideways here that now we had this drop down. We're getting this sideways movement again. Now we're getting ready to go for a big run. This is exactly what gold did before we actually had a big drop. Okay, so this is the exact pattern, or almost the exact pattern that gold did before we had a big drop. Let me bring up gold here for a minute. All right, and I'm going to bring up gold here, but I'm going to bring up gold and I'm going to go back to last year. And I'm going to share with you exactly what actually happened last year, right? So I'm going to bring this up through here. So I'm going to go back in time. All right, so look at this here, right? So forget the moving averages for a minute here, right? But what I'm trying to share with you is this, right? Look what happened here. So we had this sideways move, didn't we? We had this. Let me just. Actually, you know what? Yeah. So we had this sideways. So we had this sideways channel through there. All right. Let me copy this here, and then we had this. See this sort of sideways range through here. Remember, if I go back to Bitcoin's chart once again, what were we doing on Bitcoin? Right? We're doing what? Pretty much sideways for a while. Then we broke down. Then sideways. Right? And then look at the moving average pointing down. Let me go back to gold here for a minute. I'm trying to share this with you so you can see what I mean here. Right? So then look what happened, right? So we had this sideways period through here for a long time. Look at all this time through here, just going sideways, not much happening. Then it broke down. Then guess what? Right, then it broke down. Then what happened? We started to what? Go sideways, didn't we? Sideways, sideways, sideways. Not really much after the breakout. This is where it's potentially is going to be a false break or not. If this holds here and breaks back above 1310, that's going to be a false breakout, and then we're going to probably run to the top of the channel. But we've got to see if is it going to be a false breakout, and then bam, this breakdown bar here was actually, I traded this. Look at that there, right? Look at that long-term moving average come down. Bit of volatility in the shorter-term moving average, right? But that tells me we're now likely to go for a big run, right? And so that's what we have there. Big breakdown candle, and look what happened afterwards. Right, we went for a nice what? We went for a nice run afterwards. Look at that there, right? So that breakdown candle was what? This candle here, this candle, right? So let me just go to here, right? So this candle right here almost actually got back above it, saying that this whole thing here could have been one big false breakout, and then if it gets back above there, we're likely to get back to 13.6, but it didn't. Right, it didn't. And then we got the breakdown bar. That told me a breakdown sideways. Look at all this sideways here, not much going on. And then the breakdown candle told me we're now getting ready for a big move. Why? Because we actually just came out of this sideways movement for a while, and now we're breaking down. And then you can see the big move actually happen, right? So I traded that. I traded that for I forget exactly how I managed that there, but yeah. Anyway. So we can see what I'm looking at there. This is on the daily chart with gold, right? So the reason why, once again, the reason why I'm telling you this right now is because the exact same formation, right, is setting up. The exact same formation right now is setting up in Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying we're going to get the breakdown bar with Bitcoin, but with Bitcoin, if we do start to get a big breakdown bar, then we could start, this could be the start of a next big move. Why? Because we've had all this sideways movement. It's called an energy building phase. Whenever the market goes sideways like it has right now, like I just showed you in gold, it's called an energy building phase. And in that energy building phase, once we start to release it, that's when things start to move quite quickly, right? Sideways, not much going on. Breakdown, sideways. Then if we get another breakdown bar, the people who actually hold Bitcoin right now could be under a lot of stress. Now, guys, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen. So, don't throw sticks and stones and blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but what I am saying right now is if we do get a big breakdown bar, then you Bitcoin guys be very, very careful, because we actually could be this could be the start for it to start to go down a lot from here. So who knows? I don't know, guys, but let me know what you think in the chat box below. But one thing I do know is by looking at this here, sideways, not much going on. If we do get the breakdown bar, guys, be careful, because we have a lot more downside to come if we do get the breakdown bar.